Aquarius, Pisces to your Astro Dice reading. Welcome all subscribers. Anyone new, welcome, guys. Okay, getting straight into July over here. Let's see what's going on with you. This message is coming out. And for those of you who are new, this is where I take astrology with tarot, make a small horoscope for the month using only one of the 12 houses. So come on, best house, show us what is needed. Give us a great message. Okay, got some North Node energy coming through, going straight to the 11th house with some Scorpion energy. Okay, let's see what's going on over here. Straight into a lot of people getting Scorpion energy this month. Okay, let's see. Going to use Vesta over here for the nodes. This goddess within your sacred spiritual center and quiet dignity, talking about that soul. So just interacting them together, talking about that North Node. That North Node is talking about, speaking of karmic gain and soul growth, where your soul's destiny is an advancement to your spiritual development and karmic path. So it's kind of like that soul's mission. Are you on top? Where are we going? How do we get there? What is the purpose, right? And doing it with some Scorpion energy. I actually had quite a few North Nodes as well this month. So, but this Scorpio has been going crazy. This Scorpion energy. This energy is intense, masterful, thoughtful, and magnetically charming, but also secretive and possessive. Okay, as we have that Pluto in retrograde, that could be another reason why a lot of signs are getting this as well. Let's see what we have over here. We have the 11th house. 11th house, please. 11th house. Where the cosmos grants wishes, luck, friends, and social occasions. Ooh, one of my favorite cards, right? My favorite house right there. Okay, let's get in here and see what's going on with you. Straight to it. Going straight into the beginning of the month, the middle of the month, and the end of the month. Underneath that North Node, we do have the Queen of Swords coming out. Under the Scorpion, we do have the Queen of Cups. Water under water. And progression of the Three of Wands in that 11th house. So it's talking about the foresight, the understanding, the moving towards that luck, that friends, that social occasions. Really talking about taking on that independent, maybe in clear boundaries that you have, but it's also about this direct communication that you're going to be having that's full of compassion. You might have this person coming towards you at the beginning of the month that's going to help you progress as you're preparing yourself. A lot of times it's ourselves, right? We're having that kind of direct communication with others as we are being very compassionate about the situation, really looking deep in that cup, saying, what is it that I need to prepare myself for, right? Where is this expansion? Where is this enterprise that I need to build? But it is showing that you are making some great headway and some progress in the beginning of the month, at least from a foresight, right? The understanding. If you're trying to, in social occasions, really have this direct communication with someone with compassion, you're going to find yourself a little more compassionate, or they're going to be a little more compassionate with you as you are expanding this relationship. You know, as you're preparing yourself and you're seeing the movements that you like, right? That's the whole idea, is that I'm enjoying and very passionate about where I am progressing right now. And this is leading you on that soul's journey. This is definitely leading you towards that development. Maybe you're even making headway with getting rid of some karmic, right? Getting rid of some karma with someone. Maybe there's a lot of forgiveness that's going on over there. You know, some healing, some forgiveness, some understanding. Let's clarify on the Queen of Cups. things are becoming more stable when it comes to this wish coming true, this whether it's friends, the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Okay. So wherever you felt there was ups and downs within this situation, whichever situation you're dealing with, whether it's getting to this enterprise itself, right? My business, my job, my career, or relationship, right? It is saying that there was some karma, and it's like breaking some karmic cycles so that you can lead yourself into the position of what it is you're looking for, and having this, and it's going to feel very unpredictable, right? Because it's very unpredictable, but it's kind of inevitable in its own way. You might even feel it's a little inevitable. So you could be dealing with a karmic person, that you're, starting to, like I said, come to terms with as you're breaking those karmic cycles with this person. And even if it's a job, jobs bring in karma, right? They can bring in our own karma, our own karmic paths, right? So as you're having some kind of spiritual, understanding and development about these situations, this is where your soul's destiny is starting to make a huge turn, right? So you're going to feel like it's kind of a turn of a leaf over here when it comes to the situation. On the progress over here, it's talking about you standing in your subtle power. You are becoming more persuasive when it comes to this situation because you're more focused on compassion, more focused on your inner strengths of what's going on, right? So, and you might have had to been a little bit cold about the situation to put your foot down to say, you know what, this is the direct communication that I need to have, but you have to see it from the point that I'm looking at, right? If you're dealing with a person, right? But it's all about compassion. It's all about forgiveness. It's all about also being intuitive to the situation of how to deal with the situation, right? Because there could have been a lot of hurts and pains when it came to this direct situation. And now you're just finding that leadway. You're like, no, you know what? I'm not going to allow this to take my power away. So I'm going to stand strong over here. Okay, and let's see what's going on in the mid-month. Ooh. Well, this is, I like that. We have the Eight of Cups to the Two of Cups to the Six of Cups. Wow, a lot of cups. So within the mid-month over here, it is talking about walking away from, partnerships that no longer serve you, that you've been holding on to, that, maybe I've just been holding them onto this relationship because I've known this person a very long time. Okay, so it does feel like that's exactly what it is. It does feel like, it's like we're going to get our grounding together. There'll be this compassion, this forgiveness, this healing away from this person. Take it how it resonates, whatever it is in the beginning of the month. The middle of the month, it does talk about walking away from a long-term, social, whether it's, a partner or a lover or a friend or a family, you know what I mean? But it's somebody that you're very familiar with. And it was almost like I'm holding on to this person because of familiarity, because I've known them forever. It's like, you know what? Me and this friend have been, clashing it out for years, but I hold on to them because they're my childhood friend, even though we don't really get, we don't really get along a whole lot, but I'm going to hold on to them because of childhood memories, because I've known them forever, right? But now it's kind of like I have to, I'm getting my strength now to say that this is not working. So I'm going to have to cut the ties. So it does look like you are cutting ties with something you're very familiar with. Maybe it's a job, right? Maybe you've been at this job for a long time and you've, felt this connection with this job, but you're so disconnected. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like I'm connected to this job because I've been here forever. So there's a karmic soul tie here. But now I'm going to arrive at this new place. I'm completing that and making a new chapter. I'm done with this situation. I've healed from it. I've come to terms with it in the beginning of the month. And now I'm going to cut this because I need to go after my own comfort, because this is just not comforting. I'm holding on to, this relationship, this job, whatever it is, that's this long-term, thing is more of a comfort blanket. We do this with people, though. It's like, even though we've known people since childhood, doesn't mean we have to stay friends forever, but sometimes we do. Because it's like, man, that's the only person I know from school. It's the only person I can reminisce with. But man, they're not a very nice person, right? We're always fighting, or the more we grow away from each other, but we're still holding tight. So whatever that is, whether it's like I said, a person or a place or a thing or whatever it is, you're going to walk away from that now. Yes, you're going to let that go, because that is going to be a part of your North Node, is letting go, having the deeper insight to understanding that this does not serve you. This is where that turning point is coming around. Saying we don't have to walk away bitter. We can heal and have forgiveness to the situation. We don't have to have bitterness. We don't want to make any bad karmic, energy is going on over here. But, we don't, but I need this change. I need this release. I just don't want to do it, to where somebody's going to hold a grudge, right? Because that causes karma. So it does feel like you definitely got everything done that you needed at the beginning of the month, and now it's just like the more you're thinking about it and you're watching the progression going on and you're building strong over here, it's like, yeah, it's time to let that go for the 11th house, because the 11th house says this is where the good wishes will come true. There's that karmic coming in, the devil, letting go of karmic chains, letting go of any resentment, not an allowing resentment here. It will be restoring your control, restoring where your soul needs to be, restoring that karmic balance, and freeing yourself. And there's that nurturing again too of the soul, saying I am reliable. I don't need to have this person here. I don't, I can be supportive myself. I don't need this, right? And there's the sun. So it's definitely going to bring in the sun. And there's that 11th house saying once you do this, you look at that, the Wheel of Fortune to the sun, it's going to bring in this ultimate reward. 3 rewards in a row. Look at that. Saying it's going to bring in this ultimate reward for your soul, for yourself, for your pleasure, right? Making you feel more comfortable. Blessings come in so many different ways in our life. Sometimes it's just restoring that control. If you feel like somebody has too much control over you, then that blessing is the release and feeling whole again without having someone feeling like they're chained to you, right? Or you're tied down to something you don't want to be tied down. Once you free yourself, and this is a card of freedom, and this is a card of freeing yourself, but it's also the cards of, of karmic chains. So the reward in itself could just be that freedom, feeling like, oh my gosh, I don't have to worry about that anymore, because all I do is worry about what they're going to say, what they're going to do, how am I going to get away? I've worked at this job for 1,000 years. You know what I mean? How am I going to walk away without feeling guilty, without feeling or having them feel resentment against me, right? I'm trying to heal everything. I'm trying to nurture everything. I'm doing everything. And it all starts in the beginning of the month, where you have this feeling and gathering this strength around you. It's like the buildup, right? It's like the buildup of energy to, you know what, I'm taking back the power. And in the end, you're going to feel all that. You're going to feel that warmth on your back as you freed yourself, and knowing that, you know what, it's over now. It's over. I don't have to worry about that anymore. Yeah. Yeah. There's that forgiveness again, using that higher wisdom and trust of that soul. I love the Hierophant on the sun. Those are 2 major arcanas. You have a lot of major arcanas within this reading, which means this is destined. It is definitely destined to happen this way. This is definitely your soul's purpose and soul's calling for whatever this area of your life is, because number 1, you have the Wheel of Fortune, which is inevitable fate and destiny that needs to be done for this turning point. And then, of course, all the major arcanas are like, Spirit saying now, now, now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 7 major 7. Look at that. The holy number 7. It's like the universe is yelling at you with 7. 7 is the ultimate highest. That is the number of the universe. So 777, the God number. Wow. At the bottom of the deck is another major arcana. So, yeah, and it's just about getting that information. It's about all about control, and then there's that blessing again. So, saying this is where the gift is, this is where your abundance is, this is where your new career, your new financial opportunities and new venues are going to be more prosperous for you and making you feel more abundant in the ways that you are moving within your life and really opening up your life to new ideas and new things, you know, that are better for you. On the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Page of Swords, and the Page of Swords says, because now you're going to get this thirst for things that are different, this thirst for, you know what, places that I want to be, right? Getting new news, watching out for things. With the Devil, you have the Ten of Swords. Yeah, releasing everything that was painful. Look, whatever didn't kill you, right? It can't get any worse. Whatever didn't kill you made you stronger. And that's literally it, right? Because no matter how deep the wounds are, it's saying over here, everything's going to become more successful for you. You already know that. You didn't lose a grip. You might have felt at one time I was losing my grip on this situation, but that's why in the beginning of the month you were like, nope, that's it. I accept what's going on. I'm moving on from this situation, but I just have to gather a little more strength and maybe even a little more knowledge with the Queen of Swords on how I'm going to say this, how I'm going to prepare my words. Maybe you're also preparing your words, right, for the mid-month. This is what I'm going to say, but I want to be nurturing, but I also want to be intuitive. Right? So it's almost like you're trying to gather all these things, right? Because you don't want to come off vulnerable, but then yet you don't want to come off too knowledgeable, because that could, you know, the Queen of Swords could be a bitch real fast, right? So it's like you don't want to have no feelings. So it's saying I'm going to clear the boundaries, have this direct communication as soon as I understand everything that's going on, but I want to make sure that I'm looking deep within this cup so that I use my intuition, but also am using my heart, right? Because I don't want to be like, if I'm walking away from a job, I've been here 20 years, be like, and this job sucks, but it's like, but wait, and you all suck too, right? Or something, you know? But in seriousness, it's not really that though, right? Because that'll just make you look like the Wicked Witch of the West, right, or East, or wherever the hell she's coming from. Doesn't matter. The point is you want to make sure that you're saying, you know, I had a great job here, you know, but for me it's just getting run down. It's slow. I don't feel like I'm progressing here. You know what I mean? So like it's almost like you're like trying to, and yeah, a lot of people would be like, that's kind of a cop out, but it's like, well, sometimes though we have to use a cop out to be able to get to what we want, because otherwise, if I do it the way I want to do it, yeah, it could be a little bitchy. I might not ever come back, you know? It's like maybe I'll just walk away and never come back, but I want my benefits. I want my, and I don't want to look ungrateful, right? That I've been here 1,000 times. And you don't want to be that to another person either. And plus, also remember, you're looking at karma. So, like, do you really want to be this, like, jerk? That's just going to build more karma. So it's actually talking about how your soul's coming in to help you pave a path, whether you know it or not, spiritually with the Hierophant, to get you out of a situation so you're not building a lot of karma, and so that you may also be getting rid of a lot of karma. Right? If you're getting away from a person and you're breaking these chains, no matter what, you're releasing some kind of karmic tie. Okay? So very beautiful reading, my friends. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.